Welcome to Liko Liko, a special cafe that can take many kinds of orders. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this wholesome slice of life cafe show. What the hell? John Wick become my waifu? Licorice Recoil is a slice of life but actually action drama show and has easily become my star of the season. There are about a billion things I want to lose my mind and fanboy about, but let's start with a TLDR of the premise. We live in a society where peace is upheld by high school assassin girls called Licorice. Takina, aka Homura clone number 557, is a Licorice who disobeyed orders to save her comrade and as a result was disowned by DA, the organization that runs these Licorice. DA? More like EA? I wonder if that was intended. Takina was sent to Liko Liko to learn from the best, a girl called Chisato. The best I can describe this anime is two badass as fuck girls gunfighting terrorists and overcoming personal troubles. Alright, now the boring intro's over, I can finally fanboy. Chisato is, in short, a fucking amazing character. You know when someone gives off an aura that simply commands attention no matter what they're saying or doing? Chisato does that by being an extrovert. Motherfucker, I knew they were trying to convert us weebs. This must be a conspiracy between Aniplex and the Japanese government to convert weebs into functional human beings so that they can finally start making babies and fix the declining population. Chisato is such a bubbly Genki girl, but the reason she isn't generic Genki Girl 101 is because her lines have tact. As smooth as butter, they call her. Her lines, not her hair. While she acts like an incapable idiot Genki girl on the outside, she is anything but incapable or an idiot. Look at this shit! I know it's anime as fuck, but I can't help it! It's so badass! The serious side of her shows her as an OP as fuck waifu with both strongly held beliefs along with the conviction and strength to back it up. Seeing her free-spirited kind beliefs, it feels almost as if the Genki girl is just a front to both guide Takina through her troubles and act upon her beliefs to bring happiness and help people in general as a Licorice. Just the gap moe between serious and fluffy Chisato makes her feel like such a multi-dimensional character and you just can't help but have your eyes glued on her, no matter what she's doing. I say all this about the whole generic Genki girl trope, but even that entire front feels so well done. Her lines and actions don't feel plastic like the billion other forgettable happy girls that exist because yes, being happy is not a personality trait. Instead, she sounds like she's trolling half the time with the bubbly personality, and you know it because you've seen her serious and Kirito level OP side, which makes everything she does as a troll just inherently charming and fun to watch. And speaking of trolling, she's so OP she trolls her enemies in battle. Look at this shit! Who gives their enemies back their gun just to disarm them again? Call her Spartian cause she's savage as fuck! One last aspect I respect Chisato so much for is her I don't give a fuck attitude. She has her own clear set of morals and follows them through, no matter what anyone says. A free spirit that can't be told what to do is what she is, and honestly, it's fucking admirable. I bet a lot of us wish we could be as free as her. Hell, for Takina, she's willing to raise the middle finger to her boss, except they can't fire her because she's too OP and they need her. Imagine walking up to your boss and calling him a spineless piece of shit, except he can't do anything because you're so important. I wanna do that. I'm fantasizing. But other than her character, I also have to give my holy praises to both the dialogue writing and Anzai Chika, Chisato's voice actress. The writing for the lines feels so naturally trolly and listening to it is just addicting, but fuck, that gives all the more whiplash when she's serious, particularly when trying to convey some message to a lost Takina. I know bad Japanese voice acting is virtually non-existent, but it's beyond that. Anzai Chika does both voices fucking perfectly, and it makes the anime all the more entertaining and investing. Like, listen to all the small intonation changes when she talks Genki mode.
まあまあまあ、そう言わないで。煮卵美味しいよ。はい、あーん。日本 子になっただけじゃ、そっちの方がよく似合ってるよ。よろしくくるみ。
It somehow conveys cheery, fun, and troll all at the same time with her tone. Even amongst the top voice actresses, I rarely come across voice acting with this level of engagement while keeping the moe and cute aspect. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, I realize I sound like a fucking simp, but that's because I am. If you can't beat the simp in you, then join the simp in you. Try getting shot by a woman and see where it goes from there. Speaking of how amazing Chisato is, I also biologically need to say how great the dynamic between her and Takina is. All their conversations feel so organic, like how two good friends would interact. From the trolling, ass-kicking, literally, and emotional support when actually needed, they give off the "fuck you, see you tomorrow" vibe. You see all the small jabs and sarcasm in their conversation, and this goes back to what I said about organic writing. This kind of sarcasm between friends feels so much more natural than the kind of awkward, almost formal conversations you see between supposed good friends or even lovers in so many other anime. It's like those writers have never had friends in their lives or something. Just within 3 episodes, you can really deeply feel how close they've grown despite the relatively small amount of time they've been together.
Also, they're gay! I ship it! It's so cute!
But despite all this trolling, like a good friend, Chisato is willing to stand up for Takina against all these moody teenage girl bitches in the face of, well, essentially bullying. God, do all high school girls go through this phase? Like, are they all just on their period? Chisato's "I don't give a fuck" attitude was exactly what Takina needed to move on from her past. I don't think it's an exaggeration to call Chisato the best thing that happened to Takina, with the amount of emotional support she gets from both the cheery and serious side of Chisato. It's like one of my gay fanfictions. The best comparison I can think of is the relationship between Kirito and Yujiro. You know, ass kick, handshake, same thing, right? What do you mean you don't shove your foot up your bro's ass? What are you, homophobic? The way Chisato guides Takina really reminds me of how Kirito guided Yujiro throughout their journey, especially emotionally with how Yujiro was feeling emotionally trapped just like Takina. The way they meet, interact, and fight alongside each other, the way both Chisato and Kirito are OP as fuck protagonists while also somewhat acting like an emotional mentor. Damn, it's like I'm looking at a gender-bent mirror. I adore this kind of relationship because it makes even supposedly mundane daily life conversations so entertaining to watch, and they managed to capture the atmosphere between Chisato and Takina perfect to the nail. I love it. So I know I should talk a bit about the world building and how good it is and everything, but as of writing this script, it's just full of mystery, so I can't say much except that it's intriguing as hell and I hope they do all the revelations justice. So instead of a whole college essay on why child soldiers are wrong or why males are extinct in this world, I'm just gonna give you a really short, calm statement on everything else I love about Lycoris Recoil. You ready? Okay. So, bro, the art style looks so clean. The shading looks better than Julius Caesar's dick shading. The background, the animation is so good. And oh my god, do you see how Chisato frame perfect dodges the bullets? Look at how she moves, the details, how she holds her guns close to her when she shoots, the positioning, so much thought is put into it. She's so good she could beat my local FBI stalker. The ending song is a banger. Sayuri is a god reincarnated onto the earth as a reverse isekai. Claris killed the opening. The visuals are so cute. I love you, A1. Your Persona 5 animation sins are forgiven. And oh my god, Takina and Chisato are so perfect together. Yeah, grab her by the ass. Fuck the judging crowd. It's so wholesome. I feel like a Fujoshi fangirling over BL. Writing, directing, characters, world building, animation, art style, OP, ED, cuteness, gayness. What the fuck else can you ask for in an anime? It's perfect. It's a masterpiece in my heart. So yeah, if that borderline mental breakdown was trying to get any kind of message across, it's don't underestimate the power of cute girls doing cute things. Yes, anti-terrorism can be cute. I too simp my yandere FBI agent.